Hurricane Dorian is just off the coast of South Carolina today, with winds of 110 miles per hour and a pressure of 958 millibars, still a high-end Category 2 hurricane on the Saffir-Simpson scale at 3 p.m. Eastern Time this September 5th. The CDPS is looking at Georgetown County right now in South Carolina for the potential scale. A stage 6 on that scale, strong winds, an increasing storm size and heavy rainfall for that region. The storm is just 30 miles offshore. Here's its current location right now, 32.9 north, 78.8 degrees west. Still a high in Category 2, and you can see that wind field. The eastern side is expanding, the western side contracting a little bit because of land interaction. It's 43 miles from Georgetown itself, 57 from Myrtle Beach, 107 from Wilmington, 240 from Hatteras, and 311 from Norfolk, Virginia. The storm will begin to speed up as it moves further northeast. Hurricane warning for the Savannah River to the North Carolina-Virginia border, tropical storm warning up to Fenwick Island, and a tropical storm watch for parts of Massachusetts, the Cape Cod region. Storm surge warnings are still in effect as well from South Santee River to Poquoson, including all of those sounds and rivers along the coast of North Carolina into Virginia. So the situation is still quite dire for that area, but here is the expected rainfall over the next 5 days. You can see the pink areas showing rainfall amounts of 3 inches or higher, and this storm could still really pack a punch as it reaches Nova Scotia by the end of the weekend. Very high chances of tropical storm or hurricane conditions on the island, even if the storm turns post-tropical before then, and it will deliver significant rain to that area too. Here's the sea surface temperatures right now. They're around 26 degrees Celsius, and if you are looking towards Nova Scotia, that is where those sea surface temperatures really drop off a cliff just when it gets north of, say, the same latitude as New Jersey. And this is what the GFS model is forecasting. They're actually not forecasting a landfall in South Carolina now or near Wilmington. Looks like the closest landfall zone might actually be Cape Lookout now, or even on the Outer Banks themselves. That's according to one model only. They have been flipping about all over the place. It doesn't really make much difference whether this storm makes landfall or not. It is 30 miles off the coast, very destructive hurricane force winds indicated on radar just off the coast. So if it draws anywhere nearer than about 30 miles, then hurricane conditions will be felt on land. These are the chances of tropical storm force winds. Wilmington at 96%, Norfolk 52%, Atlantic City 19%, Nantucket at 46%, and Halifax, Nova Scotia is at 77%. This is what the models are saying right now. I don't think there's a change since earlier, but you can see here, well, actually some of those models forecasting the storm to remain fairly strong, although they do forecast weakening in the immediate short term for the later part of today to Category 1 status. Wind shear will actually drop a little bit tonight, but it will really steeply rise by the time we get into tomorrow. Sea surface temperatures starting to decline, relative humidity is looking rather poor. So all signs are pointing to this storm really beginning to start weakening soon, as now we look at it on the satellite imagery. This is GOES 16 geo color, and you can see the storm's progress. It is starting quite clearly to move northeast, and this is going to continue. It has been swirling around, doing little loops within that northeasterly heading. It's been jogging towards the north and northwest a little bit. You can see it more in the infrared there, but overall it has been a northeasterly turn. But any jog to the north could bring hurricane force winds ashore. We're also looking for the potential for 7 foot of storm surge. That's regardless of whether the storm makes landfall or not, if it strikes at high tide. And then also the rainfall amounts, which are expected to reach about 10 inches on top of what we've already seen so far. North Carolina probably won't get quite as much rain as South Carolina, except the far eastern Outer Banks and towards the north near the Virginia border. We'll have more updates on this storm throughout the evening. You can follow Force 13's outlets, the website force13.com. You can also find our YouTube channel. If you're not there already, you may well be. Good chance of that. Subscribe if you haven't. You can also find our Facebook page, search Force 13 all in text, and our Twitter handle. It's @Force13 on there. You can also help the project become even better by becoming a patron. You can see more information about all the benefits involved by visiting patreon.com/Force13. With a special thanks to these people for being our most valued patrons this month. You can also check out our growing merch store so you can show Force 13's colours wherever you go. You can also find a link to our Discord server underneath this video in the description.